If you like violence, fear, visual effects, and action all rolled into one, horror anime movies should be your first port of call. The majority of these films are built around blood spatter, action-packed combat, and stories of good and evil. Horror anime films go far more than that. The film's trippy animations, psychological thrills, and disturbing shivers serve as powerful props for telling a far deeper story. For this list today, we're going to count down the top 10 horror anime of the century. Before we get further, be sure to sub to our channel, ring the bell, and get notified about our latest videos. Okay, let's get to it. At number 10, School Live. Delusions have a lot of power. What looks to be a beautiful day in Yuki's life takes a terrible turn when it's discovered she's living in a fantasy world she's created, where everything's a slice of life. In the real world, her pals are assisting her in escaping the zombie apocalypse that's consumed everything and claimed the lives of many of their friends. The dramatic contrast between Yuki's waking dream and the fact is startling, and her fractured mind makes for an interesting movie that keeps you waiting for the last gruesome reality. At number 9, Blood, The Last Vampire. Hiroyuki Kitakubo's 2001 action horror anime film builds a gory action romp that makes the picture brutal, thrilling, and suspenseful. The film is only 48 minutes long. Saya's impending goal is to utilize the katana, or samurai sword, to slaughter vampires in 1960s Japan. She's a vampire human who hunts vampires. She works for the Council and seeks revenge against Oningen, who murdered her father. She disguises herself as a student at Kanto High School in order to track down and kill the vampires that have entered the region. At number 8, Another. There's always an opportunity for fear when you have such a fascinating mystery as a basis. Having a list of bizarre deaths also helps. When Koichi goes to a new school, he finds that his friends are keeping a dark secret about a horrific tragedy that occurred years ago, as well as a special girl with an eye patch who holds the key to tying everything together. Can you really go wrong with this many inventive devices, even if the story isn't always up to par? At number 7, Terraformers. When scientists send cockroaches to Mars to terraform the planet for humans, evolution takes a different approach. When the human missions arrive on Mars, these extraterrestrial bugs show off their might to the maximum and are promptly ripped apart. And with that, humanity is at war with a monstrously vicious breed of what many call the world's most repulsive insect. This program exemplifies a worst-case situation. At number 6, Devilman Crybaby. Devilman's return in this current edition is as brutal as he's ever been, with every moment of Go Nagai's magnum work recorded with brilliant animation. It's almost psychotropic, incredibly distressing, and eternal in its destruction. When confronted with the frail nature of mankind's so-called civility, Akira's urge to protect his loved ones from the powers of hell takes the darkest of turns, transforming him from a humble beanpole to an utter Chad, who happens to be half demon. Prepare yourselves, because this one isn't going to back down. At number 5, Kakarembo. Kakarembo, a 2005 horror anime film directed by Shuhei Morita, boasts compelling graphics that make it a visually appealing picture. As 7 youngsters gather to play hide and seek in front of the Demon City's gates, the spectator is drawn into the drama. Hikora, the protagonist in this group of youngsters, plays this game to find out where his sister Sorcha is. The hide and seek game is lethal and twisted, making it a fantastic watch. This city was inspired by Kowloon and is in disrepair. In this enigmatic abandoned city, the children play the game. The city's forbidden, the game is secret, and the film is highly entertaining while keeping you on the edge of your seat. At number 4, Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing is a vampire hunting organization that employs Alucard, the greatest and most vicious of all vampires. Alucard's antics left an ocean of blood in his wake, battling everyone from mad Catholics to others. The anime reveals in its almost pulpy gothic look, splashing absurd action here and there to show how much of a beast Alucard can become when he's free. At number 3, Gantz O. This film exploits its new visuals to its best capacity when bringing the most terrifying monsters to life, bringing the authenticity of the original series and adding a gorgeously animated layer to it. The film follows Kaito, a minor protagonist, as he struggles to live in an ever-increasing swarm of extraterrestrial animals on the prowl, as it's rapidly become evident that future armament can only do so much. It's a terrific bonus for fans of Gantz's first film, but it's also a lot of fun for anyone wanting some CGI dissection and devastation. At number 2, Higurashi, When They Cry series. Over the previous few decades, the series has done nothing except to add to its maze of unsettling facts. The chapter started with the youngster, Keiichi, who goes to a tiny hamlet and discovers that Every year, people die and disappear after the annual festival. Slowly, the cast surrounding him appears to become darker and the secrets more lethal. The seasons follow multiple points of view and take you down a brutal and nasty path, even more complicated by time travel and other pathways. All those are, without a doubt, terrifying to witness. And at number 1, Shiki. This isn't the first time you'll encounter vampires, but this might be one of the creepiest. Shiki is a steady but constant burn that builds intensity until it's a blazing fire. It's very atmospheric, relying on its characters and surroundings to create a feeling of impending doom. With a rural setting pitting fearful inhabitants against an increasing number of sick bloodsuckers, only for a mob justice and paranoia to gradually blur the line between victim and killer, resulting in some seriously unsettling sequences that still make us shiver. Well guys, that's it for this one. What'd you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, be sure to sub and ring that bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.